Here it is. Might have overtraded a little bit. Usually 2 trades is the max, but I've seen another setup down here, so I'll just try to go over these relatively quick. I lost this morning here. Made a huge SMT off of these lows. Yeah, there's Asian low and this hourly low. US swept London low. And yeah, I don't know. Nasdaq came down pretty far. And I was tempted to short off the bat, but because we had swept liquidity and we weren't making it down there on ES, it didn't feel like the right thing to do. So I ended up looking for a long, and we made not only the SMT off the hourly, but then an SMT off of these lows as well. And then right after that, we broke structure, and I don't know, I should have waited for some kind of 5-minute confluence. Like, there was this gap here that I could have waited for to get filled, and it didn't get respected, and so like that, I don't know, I should have waited for that. I just wanted to act quickly, I guess. So there's the SMT and then the break, and then on the 1 minute I got in off something. Yeah, I think I got in off the break, or I might have got in actually. No, I don't know. I think I got in here. And yeah, I don't know. Quickly seen these down candles, and as well as this high we made an SMT off of. Like, ES swept it, and then also swept Asia high. So we had swept liquidity on ES, and we weren't getting up there. I mean, we'd already swept Asia high, but not London high yet, and this high as well. We closed below, and then we closed below this gap as well, and yeah, then things didn't look too promising. But at the same time, we had the SMT, and then the disrespect of that 5-minute gap. And after losing, I was waiting for a bit, and I seen his break here, and that was my entry. Got in there, and I targeted. Okay, and then this is something I'm also struggling with. There were all of this liquidity, which I knew had to be swept. As soon as we broke, like as soon as I was in that trade and we were coming down, I knew this had to be swept. Except I think I took partials at this low, and then the rest of my partials I had at break even, but then I try to trail my stop loss. I should just frickin' leave it at break even, because I really didn't end up making much taking more partials when this started coming back up, and I had it at this gap, and even still I closed. Like, I brought it down and ended up like closing like literally right there, and then it proceeded to go lower, so like missed out on that today, which was kind of a bummer. And then I took a third trade as well, but that's because we swept these lows, and then we were already so close to these lows. I think we swept this one maybe. And I targeted the second one, or we were like so close to it. And I wasn't really looking for a trade. I was watching like TJR does his recap or whatever, and I just had this on my second monitor, and I seen that like I was actually looking for a long here because we made an SMT off of these hourly lows. ES didn't come down that low. Broke structure on the 5-minute, and then tested into, I don't know, equilibrium and respected it. And I think on this candle I wanted to go long, or something like that. I don't know, but like we were already in such a downtrend that I didn't like, this was a retrace of some kind on the 15-minute. It's just up candles in this gap that I thought was gonna get filled, but it didn't end up getting filled. And then we broke 5-minute structure here, well, the 79%, and then I was just looking for a 5-minute retrace, and then we got equilibrium right here, as well as this fair value gap, and it like that was enough confluences. It looked pretty promising, and I got in off of this inverse gap on the 1 minute. Yeah, and after we came down, I did move my stop to break even because I had already won after losing and made most of my money back, and I didn't take partials here, and I moved my stop to break even. It came down, and then I took profit at these lows. Or no, there's an hourly low back there. I don't know where the trade is. What? Wait. Yeah, this hourly low. I kind of like split the difference, I think. Targeted lower than these, not at that low. And I mean, I could have, I don't know. Well, I did take partials actually. I think, like right here, I always put my TP just a little bit above the wick, because this happens often where it just doesn't hit it. So I ended up taking partials there, and I took the rest here, but I think I had a couple contracts left I could have targeted lower, but whatever. Still put me up on the day, and it made up for my loss yesterday, so news looks pretty good tomorrow. I do want to make another trade. I'm still pretty close to passing this account, so we'll see.